Hello everyone, and welcome to another StudentGovUncut, where I talk about student government topics in one nonstop video, uncut, unedited. Today's video is sponsored by AITC. If you know, you know. And also happy Halloween, because this video is being produced on Halloween, and I've got my Halloween drink. You already know, pumpkin spice latte, my favorite. So today's video, I want to talk about something that you may hear often if you are zealous about your role in student government. You may have a little come to Jesus meeting with your advisor, and he or she might tell you, you're doing an excellent job with this ASO stuff, with the student government role that you're in, but just remember, you can't major in student government. You have to keep up with your schoolwork. And, well, that's true. I kept thinking there has to be some kind of student government major, but there really isn't. And in addition to that, another thought that came into my head besides that was this idea that we have that you need a bachelor's degree in order to get a good job. And I think there are certain careers where you need one, and then there are others where you can start off with an associate's, get a job, work your way up, and then pay as you go for the bachelor's like I'm doing. Or you may just get an associate's or a certificate and then work your way up in the industry depending on the needs of the industry. Now, I know that's a controversial topic, especially for a lot of you who are in colleges and universities, and you think, what is she saying? But this is the reason I'm a big believer in community colleges, because it's an affordable education that gives you the tools you need to succeed. I think there are a lot of majors out there that, quite frankly, don't focus on the technical skills that employers need. And because this takes 4 years, by the time you graduate, the information you learned your freshman year is going to be outdated. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. I wanted to make this video to talk about some of the majors and certificates that I noticed at Southwestern College that I think pair beautifully with the ASO. Now, these are very specialized certificates and associate's degrees. A few of them do have transfer potential, but I do think that the ASO, or student government in general, tends to attract a lot of poli-sci, government, business majors, and that's all fine and good. However, I do think that there are certain majors that pair so well with student government, it actually suits you very well to major in these areas and then join ASO, because what you learn in the classroom will echo what you do in student government. And I want to talk about those 5 majors today. Now, I'm sure there's plenty more, but I found 5 that I started looking into the classes that you would take and the syllabi and the student learning outcomes for what these majors ask of students. And I thought, that is ASO right there. That is exactly what the ASO is. So without further ado, let me dive into these. And of course, let me just say, this route of getting an associate's and doing student government and then joining the workforce right afterwards, it's not for everyone. Some of you might want to take the longer route and get the bachelor's. Some of you may choose to go even further than that. But these are the 5 majors at Southwestern College that I thought paired well with ASO, and you may find similar majors in your college. Now, these are in no particular order, but the first major at Southwestern that I think pairs well with student government is the Community Economic and Urban Development major. You can pursue this as an Associates of Arts, where you would actually be prepared to transfer, as an Associates of Science, or as a Certificate of Achievement. And some of the classes that you would be taking as a Community Economic and Urban Development major include accounting, business law, introduction to community economic and urban planning, which includes urban planning, housing, community development, land use, transportation, economic development, urban design, and the environment. You will also be taking courses in community and collaborative leadership, very key in student government, and statistics and business calculus. Now, as I was reading these courses, I thought, this is the perfect position for someone who is ASO president or maybe student trustee, where you are very engaged with the community. The stuff you learn in the classroom will really benefit you up in the dais. It's also a great position for VP of Student Affairs, Vice President of Financial Affairs, or if you are the student representative for the Prop R Oversight Committee, that is also a really good major for a student who's doing that. The second major, this is actually not an associate's or a degree, it's a certificate of proficiency that I think would pair well with student government work, is the Social Media Marketer Certificate of Proficiency, Again, not an associate, so you might actually finish it in less than 2 years. And some of the courses you'll be taking under this certificate of proficiency are web search engine visibility, using HTML and CSS to create web pages, and social media strategies, which include marketing, branding, and measuring results. It includes a study of RSS feeds, blogs, wikicast, interactive video, and photo sites. I think it goes without saying that this is a really good major or area of academic concentration for a vice president of public relations or a communications VP or director, however you call them in your student government, because what you learn in the classroom, you can directly apply to your social media for student government, or even interacting with the school newspaper or any other local media. That's always good. The third major that I think pairs well with ASO work, and this is a very unique one, but I do think there is demand in the field, is event and convention management. You can actually pursue this as an Associate of Science or a Certificate of Achievement. And the classes that you will be taking in this role include HR in organizations, event marketing, which includes marketing events, festivals, conventions, and expositions, intro to hospitality and tourism, or tourism management, which includes lodging, food service, transportation, travel, events, and entertainment. This is almost just word for word the role of the Vice President of Social Affairs or the VP of Club Affairs or even the VP of Outreach or an ICC Senator. So if you're the one planning the events, yes, you depend a lot on your advisors, but like I just keep saying, yes, what you learn in the classroom will apply to this. And that's really what I think is the future of education, is making sure that we don't just teach you out of textbooks, but we provide you the education outside of the classroom to be able to leave and be prepared for the job, which is beautiful. The fourth major that pairs well with ASO is the Leadership and Supervision Associates of Science. You can pursue it as an AS, you can pursue it as a Certificate of Achievement, or you can pursue it as a Certificate of Proficiency. Classes you'll be taking under this major are business law, business ethics, communications and business, principles of management, which includes analyzing decision-making, human relations, and the role of manager as leader. This is just... if anyone's watching this and you're an ASO, you know that this is what you do in this leadership role. You know that this is how you engage with your senators or with your executives or even with your advisors. And there may be some of you who'll be thinking, you know what, if I just had a class in this, my role as a student leader would greatly benefit. And I think it would. So this would be a good role for an executive VP or even a school senator or an at-large senator or any exec. And the last, number 5 on my list of top certificates or associates that would be beneficial for your ASO experience are the Office Information Systems major or degree. So Office Information Systems can be pursued as an Associate of Science or a Certificate of Achievement or Certificate of Proficiency. And under this major, you would be studying from the very basic things such as keyboard speed and accuracy to filing and record management to even some much more complicated things like procedures of office professionals, including professional attitude, intercultural communication, ethics, workplace safety, writing skills, time and stress management, and so on. Needless to say, this is a great opportunity for an ASO executive secretary or even a committee secretary who finds a lot of pleasure in being able to manage the documents or the day-to-day of the ASO. So there you have it, folks. These are some of the top 5 associates and certificates that I found to be very beneficial if you're going to be part of ASO. You can't major in ASO, but with these degrees, you will have an experience in the ASO that echoes what you're learning in the classroom, and that is so important. I may be producing another video to talk about some of the best bachelor's degrees for ASO. Not sure because it's a case-by-case basis by school, but in the meantime, if you have any other topics that you would like me to explore, please let me know. You can leave a comment, you can send me a message on Instagram, and I'd be more than happy to talk about it. But in the meantime, happy Halloween, and thank you so much for watching.